I was looking at the clock to make sure. Good evening. The Town of Cromwell Planning and Zoning Commission regular meeting of Tuesday, October 7th, the Town Hall Chambers. Calling to order, Alice Kelly, Chair.
Mike Canada.
Andrew Holt, alternate.
John Comtois, alternate.
Ann Grasso.
Nick Dimitriadis.
Doug Kalinowski.
Could I have a motion to seat the alternates, please?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
And also tonight with us, we have Linda Emmy, our clerk, and Bruce Driska, our zoning enforcement officer, and Stuart Popper, our town planner. I don't think we have anybody. Okay, approval of the agenda, is there something you wish to add?
Yep, I wish to add, the bond, one second, the bond release, hold on.
Okay, right here.
Thank you.
And that would go under new business
I
then?
recommend that it's bond number 1941, performance bond release, 60 Hicksville Road. That's for the Adelbrook facility.
Mm-hmm.
So we wanna add that to the agenda under new business.
Okay,
Okay, I'll make a motion to accept the revised agenda as presented.
second please? Okay, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, public comments? Moving on. Development Compliance Officer.
Good evening. I passed out, in addition to what was in your packet, I passed out this evening I distributed a memorandum which shows a little bit of a closer look at some of the activity that our office has done in the last month. If there's any questions on anything, I'll be glad to address them. Just note that if you see a check mark after something, that means the compliance was achieved at that particular violation.
Okay, great.
So you're 6 for 6.
No.
Clean.
Okay, so anybody have any comments or anything? Okay, thank you very much. Stuart?
That's what I was, So a couple of things going on. We're very happy to see the former Price Right building over at the shopping center over there being filled with advanced auto parts. They'll be taking up the whole store. They're renovating it. Obviously, it's permitted use. It's retail, in the highway business zone. The only thing new they're gonna be adding is currently on their freestanding sign, there is a panel for Price Right. And the panel for Price Right will be replaced with a panel for advanced auto. And they'll have a sign over the main part of the building.
So that's advanced, not
Yeah.
auto. We have AutoZone at Friendly's.
Right.
No, okay. Yeah, I know.
All we need is Riley's.
Yeah.
Imagine if there's one in Middletown.
So
Yeah,
that's
let's-
going on.
let's
Also,
steal
the
them
week
from
of
Middletown.
October 13th,
Save me a
the new
drive.
medical office building will be opening. Middlesex Hospital, that'll be the grand opening of that building on the week of October 13th. Those are some of the things going on. The work continues for the plans for 100 Berlin Road. So we're very excited to see that move along. We'll probably see the application in late November, early
Oh,
December.
wonderful.
So that'll be good.
Merry
So
Christmas.
those are some of the things going on.
Okay.
We had a new pet store open up in the ShopRite Shopping Center over near the former Barb's Pizza, next to the Massage Envy and the 24-hour fitness studio, Anytime Fitness. It's actually owned by the former manager of the pet store in that shopping center. So it's a family-owned business, so we're excited to see that.
So have they opened already?
Yeah,
Oh, what's the
So-
name of it? Pet?
I can't recall the name, so, but everybody's welcome to take a look. So those are some of the things going on. I don't know if anybody has any questions.
Anything?
We have no new applications pending at this point, so, we have no business scheduled for our next meeting. So we'll see, where we are with any applications at that time.
Great. Anybody have any questions or comments to? Okay, moving on to new business.
So new business, we have the first one is the release of the bond for Diamond Estates LLC in the amount of $6,434.17 plus interest. And I'll let Bruce just explain that.
Yeah, the performance bond was received at the request of staff in collaboration with our department and engineering, Public Works Department, for the subdivision on Willowbrook Road known as Evergreen Estates. As you know, acquired by Diamond Estates LLC, and that work has been completed, consisted of sidewalks and street trees.
Right. I went by it just to make sure. Okay, anybody have any questions on that? Motion, please?
I'll make a motion to release the performance bond number 1941 in the amount of $11,935.
No.
Excuse me,
I'm sorry,
excuse me.
that's missing.
That's the next one.
That's one right in here.
Right.
Here.
Under new business.
Right, performance bond in the amount of, performance bond number 1934 in the amount of $6,434.17 plus interest,
As recommended by.
as recommended by staff.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now that's the next one. Go, Mr. Popper?
The next one is the release of the bond for, 60 Hicksville Road at Edelbrook, and I'll let Bruce explain that one.
So that performance bond was for the parking lot expansion project, which you all approved, which included not only the new paved parking, landscaping, and wooden guardrails, but also that was rolled in with the erosion control bond during the project. If you haven't had a chance to go up there and take a look at it, it's been open and used for the last several weeks. It looks beautiful. Everything's completed, so I would recommend, since they've met all the requirements, that you release this bond as well.
Motion?
Okay, I'll make a motion to release bond number 1941 in the amount of $11,935 plus interest to Mizzy Construction.
All in favor? Yes.
Bruce, do you know whether the gate is now closed?
I asked the folks at Covenant Living, the maintenance folks there, and they weren't sure how that worked, and I've not met with any of the administrators at Edelbrook. I've only met with the construction side of this project, so I don't know the answer to that.
I bring it up only because I believe it is, and people should know that that is not a throughway anymore. And so if you want to go look at it, at the Edelbrook side, you need to access it from Hicksville, as opposed to from West Street.
And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Edelbrook also installed some speed bumps along their driveway to discourage the cut-through in
Could
that area.
be. I haven't used that for a year or so because they've asked us not to, but the reality is, I don't think you can. And it has a power switch on it, so if there's a fire, the emergency vehicles can get through.
Okay. Thank you, Ann. Okay. Next, public hearings?
The legal notice is in the package.
Yes, Nicholas is gonna read it.
Town of Cromwell Planning and Zoning Commission legal notice. The Town of Cromwell Planning and Zoning Commission will hold a public hearing on Tuesday, October 7th, 2025 at 7 p.m. in the Town Council Chambers of Cromwell Town Hall at 41 West Street on the following items. 1. Application number 25-22. Application for special permit under section 5.9.c of the Cromwell zoning regulations to add light poles higher than 14 feet at 201 Main Street. The applicant is Economy Fuel Department LLC, and the owner is SS Partners, Inc. At this hearing, interested persons may appear and be heard, and written testimony received. The applications are available for public inspection in the Office of Planning and Development. Alice Kelly, chairperson, dated in Cromwell, Connecticut, this, the 17th day of September 2025.
Thank you. Also, Mr. Popper, we have a continued public hearing.
Let's go, yes, let's go to the application that was continued. We'll do that one first, which is application 25-19, application to amend the zoning regulations to add banquet hall as a permitted use under section 4.3G of the Town of Cromwell zoning regulations and amend section 2.2 of the regulations to add a definition of a banquet hall. The applicant is the Ukrainian American Cultural Center of Connecticut. So in your package, you have a copy of the original application, and I just want, oh yeah, sorry about that.
You need,
Get a motion to open the public hearing, yeah.
make a motion to reopen the public hearing. Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
So let me explain a couple of things. In your package, you have a copy of the original application, and I'd like to talk few minutes about a few adjustments to that application. So on the second page of the application, it talks about parking and circulation. This would be in accordance with section 5.8, point D of our regulations. And the other thing, if you look at section 4.3G, the definition is okay, but where this would go in our regulations, this would go under food and beverage services. So we would have to adjust the table on page 84 of the zoning regulations and add a new category under food and beverage services, which would be banquet hall. And that's how we would place it within the regulations themselves. And it would be only allowed at this point in time in the industrial zone. That's where it's proposed. We're not proposing to change that. And again, it would be a special permit in the regulations. So one thing that I'd like to have the commission members discuss is how they feel about, this is a special permit. So each application, so a good example would be that if this is approved, then the Ukrainian club will be in with an application for a special permit to operate, use their facility as a banquet hall. They currently have that facility. It has a capacity of about 200 people, and it's currently used by members and their guests and the affiliated clubs. So it's not open to the general public. I can't go there and rent it. I'm not a member, and I can't go there and rent it and have a party there. So the point would allow them to open this to anybody in the public for an event. So we currently don't regulate the hours of their events right now. They do have a liquor permit they received. They got a special permit for the liquor permit a number of years ago, so they have a liquor permit there, and they operate there. So the question would become, do you want to place as part of the regulations, the question that I'm asking the commission members to think about is whether or not you want to add hours to that general regulation or just make it part of the special permit. So, for example, there could be an industrial zone which is closer to a residential neighborhood. So say one of the buildings over on Corporate Row was to become vacant, and somebody wanted to buy it and open up a banquet facility there. Now, that area is much closer to a residential neighborhood than the existing building where the Ukrainian club is. There is one residence very close to them, so I just want to point that out. So I would suggest that we don't have an open-ended hours of operation within the regulations themselves, that we would make it based on the special permit. So when somebody came in with a special permit, like the Ukrainian club's gonna come in with one, we could decide at that point in time, do we want it to limit the hours to say 11 p.m. or do we want to say 12 a.m.? So we could decide at that as they propose what their operation is. I think that would be a little better to make that decision individually on a case-by-case basis. So I don't know what your thoughts are in regards to that.
So we need to change number 2, hours of operation?
I think the event shall be limited to the hours approved by the commission.
Perfect.
So we would change
Okay.
that language. Events shall be limited to the hours approved by the commission.
That gives us the most flexibility and the most latitude.
Yep, exactly.
So,
So for example, we decided that the Ukrainian club was appropriate to be open until 12 a.m. When they file for their special permit,
Right.
we can make that a condition of approval. We'll have various conditions.
there's no negative side to this.
I don't think so. I think that the demand, I'll put it to you this way. We had other people came in that wanted to operate facilities that were not really, they were in the local business zone, which was way too close to residential neighborhoods. If you think about it, you think like most places, even like the AquaTurf, places like that, they usually close down, their events end at 11 o'clock. So, they're kind of in the middle of a residential neighborhood. I don't know if anybody's driven there, but you have to drive through a pretty heavily residential area to get there. So usually what happens with most facilities that are located that close to residences, hours of operation based on the facility. So I think our industrial zone, with the exception of Corporate Row, there's really not too many areas where there's a lot of residences around it. You think of Sabethy Drive, you think of Progress Drive, you think of that whole area, you think of Corporate Row, and then you think of the area at the north end of town. So, this area here. So I don't see I see it adding a use that, you know, I think there's gonna be minimal application of the use if you think about it. And again, if it does become more, then anybody else that comes in here, in addition to the Ukrainian club, are gonna be seeking a special permit, and we have the discretion to place all the conditions we want on that special permit. Now, obviously, the capacity of these facilities is decided by the fire marshal. So so they have a capacity now because they're operating the facility. The capacity is about 200 people. They have lots of parking. So, I don't see that as an issue. I don't see anything really negative to adding this use to our uses allowed in town, especially in the industrial zone. And they're here, is there a representative here tonight? They can speak and answer any questions, if you'd like them to come up and speak.
Anybody have any questions for the applicant?
I don't, did we get our, reports back from,
Yeah, they had no comment, no
Okay.
comment.
Okay.
so everything is as expected?
Yep.
Okay, anybody here wishes to speak at the public hearing for this? No? Anybody here?
Yeah, come on up.
Well, go ahead,
Sure.
I mean,
Just please give us your name and address.
right.
And you can remove the mic from the stand so you can hold it closer to your face.
That's okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, my name is Catherine Zostowski. My address is 190 Hayes Road in Rocky Hill, Connecticut. I'm the president at the Ukrainian American Cultural Center. Thank you for revisiting our dilemma with the banquet hall. Just wanted to let you know that we only would rent out the banquet hall possibly on a Friday afternoon for Ukrainians mostly. Saturday and Sunday, we would, if possible, rent out to outsiders who are not Ukrainian. For instance, for a birthday party or a baby shower, we have a lot of those in our own. But otherwise, it would just be a Saturday or Sunday, and for our own people, we close at 12. We don't go past 12 o'clock. So they have to have their place cleaned up, and their guests have to be out of the parking lot by 12, just to let you know. So it's basically Saturdays and Sundays. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, anybody else? Yes, Ann?
I'd just like to make a comment that I think it is really positive to have this facility available in our town for the size that it is, and I welcome the Ukrainian Club of America to Cromwell.
Anybody else? If not,
Make a motion to close the public hearing?
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
And, okay, so Stuart, in terms of changes and a motion to approve,
right.
So the only one you really need to change is,
hours of operation.
well, yeah, we changed the language, hours of operation, and we noted that the parking shall be provided in accordance with section 5.8D. So it's numbers 1 and 2.
Yep. Okay, so I'll make a motion to approve application 2519, with the following amendments to it, that in number 1, parking and circulation, we refer to section 5-8-D, and in number 2, hours of operation, we remove the 8 AM to 12 AM and insert approved by the commission.
Okay,
Do you need the changes in the use table included,
use
or
table?
you just take care of that as?
No,
well?
we'll just, those
Okay.
are all part of it, yeah.
Okay. that's-
second on
that's
that,
the motion.
please? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so Mr. Popper?
Okay, then we have, application 2522, which is an application for a special permit under section 5.9C of the Cromwell zoning regulations to add light poles higher than 14 feet at 201 Main Street. The applicant is Economy Fuel Department, and the owner is S&S Apartments, Inc. So we need a motion to open the public hearing.
I will make a motion to open the public hearing for application 25-22.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
So
Your office.
somebody can come up and make a presentation? If you could please identify yourself and your address, thank you.
Yes, my name is David Daniels. My address is 29 Myrtle Road in Portland, Connecticut. And I operate Economy Fuel Depot, and I also operate Daniels Propane. What we're looking to do is we fenced in an additional 7,700 square feet of area at 201 Main Street for additional product storage, meaning consumer tanks, and also for truck parking. Our other poles that are down there are 20 feet high, and we would like to install 3 new light poles in the new area at 20 feet high. And the reason for that is our trucks are between 10 and 11 feet tall. And we have security cameras, we have lighting, and with a 20-foot high pole, we would we'd be better able to light around the trucks and around the tank inventory. Not only for us, for our security cameras, but in the event that any of the local emergency services are required down there, I'm sure that they would prefer to go to an area that's well lit and be able to see around the trucks and around the tanks that we're storing down there. So we're asking for a permit for the 20-foot tall lighting poles versus the standard 14-foot maximum. Bear in mind that our only neighbors down there is the Mattabesset district, and we have lots of acres of swamp between where we are on Main Street and Route 72, Newfield Street in Middletown.
So if I'm driving into the facility, this new area, so I go under the highway, I drive up, there's your sign, okay? And about to drive down your driveway. The area that you're showing on the map is to the right.
It's to the right of the
It's
existing
closer to the
building.
Mattabesset facility.
It's closer to the Mattabesset
So
facility.
it's literally behind your existing building.
Yes, it's to the north side of the existing building.
North side.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
And
Just
it's
wanted
roughly
to,
7,700 square feet that we fenced in.
yeah, I just wanted to clarify that.
didn't see
That, the other, and everybody has a copy, of the light design. Everybody can see that in the packet. There's also a map showing the location of the lights. So the only question I have, and it's hard, maybe, maybe somebody can see it on there, but on the spec sheet that you gave us, it's hard to tell that the light is shielded. And part of our regulations require that all lights be shielded. So I guess that's my question, because from the appearance of it, maybe Bruce, can you see it? I can't tell from the drawing if it's
Well,
shielded.
I'm looking at the one that's entitled at the top left, it's DSL 010. And that sheet at the bottom right, under options on the table, provides for a house side shield. It's an option, so I'm not sure if that's what's being proposed, or if that's an option that would be entertained by the applicant.
I actually have the electrical contractor here that will be supplying the lighting fixtures.
Thank you very much.
Name is David Bish, 57 Nahantic Trail, Saybrook, Connecticut. The type of lighting we're gonna do is almost basically like a street lighting. It's not a flood type fixture, it's a down light. So it's like a shoebox type light. The light's gonna go directly down into the spread. There will be no like illumination into the air.
So it's shielded.
If you call that, I call it different, it's shielded, it's like it's down lighting, you know. A shield to me is just, you put a shield on the side so it doesn't spread to a house or point blank. But this is typical straight down lighting. And it'll be directionally at 90 degrees on the pole, so it'll be straight down with the spread you know, to cover the area that we need coverage.
I think maybe the difference between what we're accustomed to with shielded lights and with this type of a product is these are LED units.
Right.
And the LED can be focused in a downward position as opposed to dispersing laterally.
Is it similar to what's already there?
No, there are our typical floodlights. These are straight down lights, like if you look at a normal street light, how it's
Yeah.
out and it's just straight down and it throws the pattern onto the parking lot.
Okay.
And, you know, unless you go there and you look right up directly, you're not gonna see it.
Okay.
And so it's not gonna be, you know, like illuminate into the
Yeah,
air.
so this is like a full cutoff fixture.
Right.
Okay. Just for everybody here, Bridgeview Mechanic operates out of the building that's there. I did stop and see him. His name is Tim Andrick, I think, right? Yeah. He's a neighbor. He has no problem with this. He said, you know, he welcomes the light. He has not had any vandalism problems, but he said more light is good light. So he has no problem with it. I also looked at the area, and the area has absolutely no impact on anything
Yeah.
surrounding anywhere.
I went down there, too.
So there's no good reason not to approve this and let these gentlemen be on their way.
Right, does anybody have any questions or comments? Anybody from the?
I just have a-
Oops, go ahead, I'm
Uh,
sorry.
No issues with the lights. Do you get a lot of issues down there with your trucks or no? Okay. Just out of curiosity, that was it, but obviously you wanna be safe and fence it in, out of my own curiosity.
We have 6-foot-high fences too.
Yeah, I've seen it, yep, it looks great, perfect, thank you.
Yeah, Timmy is wide open, and Tim said he has had no issues as well.
Anybody from the public wish to comment on this? If not,
Okay,
motion
I'll
to,
make a motion to close the public hearing.
okay, all in
All
favor?
And I'll make a motion to approve application 2522 as presented with no amendments or changes.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you for
you
your
very
time.
much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, David. Yes, please.
Thank you very much. Okay,
Thank you
thank
so
you very
much.
much. Have a nice day. Thanks again.
Cool doing
Thank you,
minutes.
thank you.
We did this for you. The Yankees are gonna pull through for you.
Go ahead, right, okay.
So I just wanna mention one thing before we kind of wrap up. So, 180 Shunpike, which is the building next to the new medical office building, it's the existing medical office building. They're proposing a number of facade improvements. They're gonna be modifying the building to improve its aesthetic quality, kind of update the building. It's kind of old looking, so they're gonna be basically updating the facade to kind of match more the appearance of the new building. So I just wanna mention that. They've also come in to discuss a number of new lighting fixtures they wanna use. We haven't had a meeting with them. They sent us an email, and Bruce and I will be meeting with them to go over their lighting fixtures, and if we think it's kind of extreme, we're gonna ask them to go to the commission. I will have one application, and, it's a little embarrassing, but, the Citgo, the former Bishop's Garage, submitted an application to have a towing facility there. They submitted that application back in August. For whatever reason, the tenant that was gonna lease the Bishop's Garage and the Bishops have refused to answer any requests that we've made in regards to submission of a real plan, issues at the facility, such as we need to see where drainage is gonna be. The old parking area where they used to store towed vehicles now has weeds in it about 4 feet high, so I really doubt that there's any pavement there. And I really doubt that there's much gravel. So we've repeatedly asked them, written them emails and called them and left them messages, and they have not responded to us. So I wanna correct an error I made. So we are gonna schedule a public hearing, and I'm gonna ask the commission to deny the application, because if we don't act on it, it's approved.
Right.
Right, okay,
How much more time do we have?
We have to do it at the next meeting.
Okay.
so that will be the only one that we will have,
Yeah, that's the only thing, unless something else comes in between.
oh, okay,
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
okay.
so I don't know why they haven't responded to us. I'm dealing with the Bishop brothers, and I'm dealing with this towing company out of North Haven, Connecticut.
Probably it's just as well,
So, You know, they just haven't responded, and I can't let it go.
Well,
So,
why would we want to approve that in that location? 'Cause I
'Cause it
read-
existed
what I read-
before.
Yeah, but what I read on his application from months ago is that basically he's gonna tow things off the highway and store them there.
right,
So, based on how most tow operations work, we could have wrecks, we could have burned outs, we could have whatever
oh, yeah.
stacked up, they could be leaking fluids, and basically, we're in the middle of our 372 business corridor.
Well, I mean, he has a right to ask, you know, everybody's got a right to ask.
He's got a right to
Oh,
ask,
So, but
Yeah.
we have the right to say no,
And we have the right to say no,
okay.
and would be a special permit.
yes,
Oh,
and that's why it's a public hearing.
Gotcha,
oh, okay,
okay.
that
And
takes
that's
care of
why I'm
that.
asking you to deny it, because I've never gotten anything
Right.
back, but I have
Even
an
if you-
application, they paid and they submitted
Even
it,
if they come in.
and we gotta do something with it, we can't pretend it's not there.
Correct.
You know, the
So you
days
can
that
get out
Stewart's
of here.
not been here, I've made attempts many times to contact them, and they've never gotten back to me either. And I've asked them to contact Stewart and/or myself.
Did they
but-
put in an application already?
Oh, yeah,
Oh, we'll
So
just
they-
do it and go
They might be
deny
just
it.
playing the game of hoping that
That they get approved.
Yeah, yeah, so, that'll be good, that'll be a
Would
quick
there
one.
be anything changed if they came in at the last minute and said that they wanted
no,
to
well,
move forward?
they'd have to come in with a full-blown plan,
Yeah.
because what they submitted was basically a surveyor's drawing of the site with no information. So we sent them a page-long memo saying that we need to see grading, we need to see drainage, we need to see what, you know, you're claiming that there's existing bituminous there, there's no bituminous there.
So they haven't done really any of their due diligence?
No,
There are two catch basins down gradient of the
Right.
subject property
Yeah.
on Kirby Road, and I
Right.
wanted to know what type of containment would be provided for these
Yeah,
wrecked
'cause it all
vehicles
slopes
with
toward
leaking,
Kirby Road
with
there,
leaking
yeah.
fluids that now will drain into the Mattabasset, which is very proximate to.
Yeah.
and then the fire department has concerns because of the fact that there are so many battery-powered cars now. And if you tow a battery wreck, is the battery wreck gonna catch on fire while it's sitting there?
Would blow up.
Yeah.
And if they have grass growing in the lot and everything like that, they're kind of neglecting it as it is.
We've also asked them to remove an office construction trailer from the property and,
Wanna get to see the
the two
game?
vehicles that are there, former like rescue ambulance type repurposed vehicle for something else, but, you know, they're just sitting there,
Look at the time.
sorry.
I was wondering how long
Okay.
Bishop's has been closed. It's been a while now?
Yeah,
Well, it hasn't really been closed. I mean, every now and then they move vehicles in and move vehicles out, and Bishops
Yeah.
have owned it since like time began.
Yeah.
But that doesn't change the fact that we don't need a tow
No,
yard.
no, I
No.
agree, I just.
God,
Three
forbid.
seventy-two.
No,
in
and
the middle of
we
our business
changed,
district.
we
Right.
changed our zoning regulations so that towing is no longer allowed
Oh.
in the highway business zone, but they're grandfathered.
Right.
But
why,
anybo-
do they have towing in there?
Pardon me?
They were a
Yes.
gas station.
And
No,
tow.
they have existing towing there now.
They hold a license.
They haven't stopped towing.
They hold
A
the
new
license.
person would hold the license.
This isn't for the gas station, this is across the
No,
street.
but
from
wasn't
the
that a
station.
gas station a long time ago?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, it was a
Yeah.
service
So then it
station.
got turned into a tow place?
Yes,
What a mistake. But that's all right, moving on.
well, it was legal back then. When they did it, it was legal back then, that's why they're.
Okay, so I just wanted to inform you of that, so right now, that'd be the only application we would have scheduled that for a public hearing at our second
Right.
meeting in October.
Right, okay.
Okay, for approval of minutes, I checked all the names,
Right.
everybody here can vote.
Right,
You're right,
right,
you're right.
yeah.
So, okay, so for September second, we have Alice,
Yeah, we're all
me,
here.
Ann,
Yeah.
John, Nick, Andrew, and Doug, so everybody that's here.
Anybody find anything
So make a motion to
change?
approve those minutes?
Okay.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Okay, and then the other set of minutes, hold on,
16th,
which is the 16th.
same thing.
I have everyone but Ann.
Oh, you're listed here though, as being here.
Were you present?
Yeah, that, well, I know, then that would be the
Okay,
change on this.
So we need to fix that because Ann was not present on the 16th.
Okay,
And I will make a motion to approve those minutes as amended.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay,
Last
anybody,
but not least, commissioners' comments.
anybody have anything to say? Yes, go ahead, Nick.
So I have a question, if appropriate. When the new facility is proposed for the old Lord Cromwell Inn, the area that's being revised, would it be possible, safety obviously included, for us to do a site visit? And the only reason I ask is because the original had condos across the back, and now they're removing the condos, and for me conceptually, it's hard to visualize with that little slide and hill, and then Christian Hill in the back. I can't visualize the sight lines.
Yeah, we could schedule a site visit, but obviously we wouldn't be going inside the existing building or anything.
No, I'm not, no, I'm talking about from the outside.
Yeah,
I would just like to loop around the back just to figure out what 250 feet really is,
sure.
with, you know, because, anyways, so, I thought, 2.5 light poles, thank you, Ann.
I'm not going in there. I wanna go in.
Thank you for the,
We'll be happy to do that.
if, yeah, I think it would give us some
Sure.
dimensions.
Okay, motion to adjourn?
So moved.
I think you'll make your meeting?